It even comes with a door.
Today we are flying KLM's new business class on the mighty Boeing 777, and all this for just $200. A sliding door, contactless chargers, and super friendly crew are just a few reasons why I see KLM as one of Europe's best airlines. So please join me on a trip from Singapore all the way to Bali. If you're new to the channel, my name is Josh Cahill, a multi-award winning aviation YouTuber with over 500 million views, and I love to hold airlines accountable for the promises they make. My favorite hobby? Featuring unique airlines from all over the world. I organized Afghanistan's first all-female flight, and I'm also proudly banned from Qatar Airways. Our journey starts in Singapore today, and not as you might guess in Amsterdam. That's because KLM is operating a fifth freedom flight, which can be as cheap as $100 at times. The Royal Dutch Airline is operating out of Terminal 1 in Changi and is currently operating this flight on a daily basis. Also included in my $200 ticket is access to the Qantas lounge. And everybody who's been to a Qantas lounge before knows that they usually offer great quality food and plenty of alcoholic beverages. So far, I was a very happy customer.
So guys, a beautiful good afternoon from Singapore Changi, flying on a fifth freedom flight to Bali on KLM in their new business class. So let's head to the gate and let's check it out. So something I absolutely love about Singapore is that the immigration now is completely automated, no more stamps in your passport, which is such a big headache to me, to be honest. If you're wondering, around every 2 years, 1.5 years, I have to renew my passport, and I even have one with extra pages because I've run out of space. So I hope the Singapore model, and I know a few other countries have adopted it already, to go stampless and have just those automated e-guides.
This flight is exclusively operated by one of KLM's Boeing 777s, which is the backbone of the airline's long-haul operation. The flight flies in from Amsterdam, changes cabin crew, and after an hour on the ground continues to Bali before heading back to Singapore. So let's get on board.
Hi.
Hi. 7K around the corner, but you were already on board probably.
Okay, did I scare you?
No,
I'm sorry. So guys, and here we are, welcome on board the brand new, not that new, but the updated seat here on KLM. And my first impression looks pretty decent. And when I speak of the best airlines in Europe, for me it's always KLM, British Airways to some extent, but with KLM what I really love is the crew. It's always fantastic, they're always really hardworking, very kind, very lovely, and it's just exactly the same here. The moment you step on board with KLM, they always have a smile on their face, and they're always very, very kind to their passengers. And that is something that I really appreciate about KLM. And to be honest, I still remember the old seat, the 222 configuration that they have on the 777, but this one is actually pretty decent. It even comes with a door, as you can see. I mean, it's not like a proper door as you know it from the Q Suite or BA, but looks pretty decent. Thank you. Thank you.
A towel, a welcome drink, and the menu were handed out all before being pushed back.
Also quite interesting to see how this door works. There's a magnet. There you go. And now you have your own little KLM suite.
all buckled up, and we then pushed back. The engines were started and the safety video was shown for an on-time departure, making our way to the runway just before a tropical rain shower was about to hit Singapore.
Beautiful, thank you. And an apple juice if you have.
Apple juice,
Yeah.
yes.
Beautiful, thank you. So guys, we're like 20 minutes into the flight. I got a hot meal in front of me. I could choose between beef or ravioli. Decided to go for the beef. And before I dig in and see what it tastes like, I thought I could update you guys on what I have planned for the rest of the year. Yeah guys, so I wanted to make you part of my travel plans in 2025. As every year I listen to your feedback and I'm listening to the suggestions you have, and it's my 8th year of YouTube full-time, flying around the world. I've covered 220 plus airlines and slowly kind of running out of ideas at times because I've covered it all. But what do I plan for 2025? I'm booked on April 1st on Edelweiss 350. The delivery, it's not the delivery flight, it's the first flight to Tenerife. From there I'll be flying Play, the Icelandic budget airline, then Iceland Air to Vancouver, and then Korean Air's new 787-10 to Korea. And but yeah, my big plan, depending whether they open or reopen properly, was to go and cover North Korea, because my best friend Rowan, which you know from a couple of videos, he runs tours to North Korea and he has really great connections to Air Koryo. So the plan was actually to do an aviation tour where you guys can come with me, but that depends on whether we get access to the country or not. The country opened and then it closed again. But yeah, if you have any suggestions of airlines that you really want me to see fly, let me know in the comment section below, because it'd be great to get a little bit of inspiration from you. It happens quite often that you guys message me about new inaugural flyers or airlines I've never heard of, and then me doing some research and I said, this is actually a brilliant idea. So a lot of great videos were because of you guys. So please let me know in the comment section below what you want to see in 2025. And you know, nothing is too crazy. Whatever it is, I don't care. As long as it involves great aviation stories, old planes, weird crew, drama, highlights, happiness, whatever it is, just drop it right in the comments. Thank you very much. I always love to listen to you guys, but now let me dig in and let me see what the beef actually tastes like. So my least favorite vegetable in the world is, you guessed right, tomatoes. And look at this, a bowl full of tomatoes. Not gonna eat that. But other than that, the beef is actually pretty nice. So guys, and here we are. Welcome on, welcome on board. Welcome inside the loo of the KLM 777, and look at the beautiful wallpaper with the Delft houses. Every passenger gets one of those after the flight, and I think there's gin inside or something. I've never really opened them, but I know there's some alcoholic beverages in there. But the loo is super clean. Look at those nice amenities here. You have hair gel, body lotion, and yeah, all the stuff that you really need. And yeah, so far so good. And the other day somebody gave me a sleepless night when I received a comment on one of my YouTube videos when somebody said Noel Phillips' loo reviews are better than mine. Heartbroken. Guys, no competition. We all get along. Interestingly, like all aviation YouTubers, but it's Dan, Track Trendy, Noel, they're all good friends, so don't worry, I don't mind. And in all honesty, nobody can beat Noel Phillips' loo reviews. They're just one of a kind.
Also, KLM's in-flight entertainment provides plenty of entertainment options, including some great noise-cancelling headphones too. And if you're wondering, Wi-Fi is also available on board the 777.
Why is KLM flying from Singapore to Bali? Well, that's called a Fifth Freedom Flight, which is an extension. So the flight leaves Amsterdam, lands in Singapore, and then does that flight to Denpasar and back, and sells separate tickets on them. They do that on the Cahill flights as well. Many other airlines have Fifth Freedom flights. Some countries don't allow them, some they do. Some allow them, but you can't sell tickets on those sectors. So, but if you really want to fly business class, and let's say you don't have the budget or you're not into miles and all these kind of things, then a Fifth Freedom flight is the perfect option or alternative for you, because they're usually really cheap. So this flight sometimes gets as cheap as $150 for 2.5 hours. In business class you get a meal, you can drink alcohol, you get lounge access, the whole smash. So I mean, the flight time is limited, but even on a 2.5 hour flight, you have a flat bed, the service, they really look after you in a really lovely way. So yeah, there is a few Fifth Freedom flights, so just have a look and treat yourself to a business class ticket, because I know it can be very expensive, especially in intercontinental flights. So this is an alternative for you, and it's always nice to go to Bali for a couple of days as well, isn't it? We just started our descent. We'll be landing in Denpasar in a few minutes. I will take you with me for the arrival experience, and then once I'm at the hotel, I'm going to give you a full summary of today's flight experience and whether I recommend KLM or not, and what I think of this brand new business class.
We then landed in Denpasar, and I was also given my Delft house, which goes into my lovely collection. But now let me show you what it's like when you land in Bali.
Deze laatste twee afsturen.
Before the pandemic, you were able to enter Bali without a visa if you had a European or Australian passport. Now you're gonna get charged $45, and it takes around 10 to 15 minutes. They accept both cash or card, and it's rather straightforward, as you don't need to fill out a visa form or arrival QR code nonsense. Once you're through immigration, you should get prepared for Bali's extremely crazy traffic situation. It'll take you a lot of time to where you need to get if you arrive in the evening, especially.
So guys, and here I am in Bali for a little holiday, well-deserved holiday. And fun fact, I was stuck in Bali for like 6 months when the pandemic started. Came here for a holiday, and then everything shut down, including the airport. And then I was here and I couldn't go home. So fond or mixed memories of that. It was a really different time. They even closed the beaches. Most of the people left. Most of the bars and everything was just shut. And it was a very different island. It wasn't really fun, but things are now back to normal, especially when you see the traffic. And yeah, it's quite interesting to see. But KLM was actually really good. I love the new seat. The seat is really, really lovely. Also nice and wide, because the cabin of the 777 is very spacious. So, and love the little door, the screen. It's really a lovely product, and I paid like $200 for that flight anyways. So absolute bargain, wonderful experience as always. And I think KLM is definitely one of the best airlines in Europe, without a doubt. Top 3, let's say BA, KLM. Who else is pretty good in Europe when it comes to the wide body planes? I don't think it's Lufthansa. It's hard to say, because European airlines are really bad. Like if you consider Turkish as a European airline, then yeah, maybe, but that's all I can think of. Swiss maybe? No, but Swiss, I don't know. But anyways, that was it. for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and also let me know in the comments what airline you want me to fly. There'll be a lot of stuff happening. I hope, like, I'm still trying, which is really high on my list, is Syrian Air as well. Been working on that for quite some time, so I hope this is going to work out as well. Yeah, and if you want to have some extra perks, check out my Patreon link in the description box below, where you can get one of those Cahill keyrings. They always look really cool on your carry-on, and when the crew sees you with it, they upgrade you immediately. I wish. But I also have a WhatsApp group and all these extra perks, so check it out. Maybe there's something for you. And yeah, guys, this is it for today. That was my flight on KLM in wherever you're off to. Have a safe trip.